Hello and welcome to the Select Board update for the meeting that happened on Wednesday, March 3rd. We started our board meeting in executive session, reviewing some executive session minutes that were then released in general session. When we started at 7 p.m., we had an appointment to the Stormwater Committee. We appointed Preethi SREERAJ, who has some great background and is joining our Stormwater Committee. We had a consent agenda with various items, including those executive session minutes, as well as the resignation of two members. We lost Rob St. Germain from the Stormwater Advisory Committee, and we thanked him for his service. And we also lost Marty Ring from the Conservation Restriction Working Group. Both of those gentlemen are stepping down to take care of some other stuff. They have not gone away because they are both still on other committees. We then went into old and new business. We had a very favorable response from the Energy Siting Board. So we are now into some new procedural information about EVERSOURCE with some new hearings that will be coming forward and some new evidence. And if you want the full detail on that, you can go to this full select board meeting and watch that section. We discussed the status of our Boston Athletic Association grants with no marathon this spring. We will most likely not be opening up our spring grant round. We discussed the Ashland Lions Regatta that's happening on March 27th. The Lions are selling little boats for $5 that you can submit and have your boat and see if it wins the race. We then review and approved a letter that we're going to be sending to our state senator regarding approval and support to the governor, asking him to have that the MBTA advisory board help make appointments to the MBTA committees. We discussed Robert Hill Way, which is a property up off of Independence Lane. There was going to be two phases, but phase 2 will not be going forward, and they will be returning that property to the town. So at our next meeting, we're going to be discussing that, what needs to be done, and if we want to do anything with it. Annual town meeting, we have officially moved to Saturday, June 12th, most likely to be held outdoors on the football field, but make sure you pay attention to that and schedule June 12th so you can attend upcoming town meeting. Because not only will it be the budget, but some other items that have been pushed off of the previous town meetings because of COVID. We then reviewed, considered, and voted the response to 3 open meeting law violations that Steve Morgan had put toward the select board. Some of it was not specific enough about certain agenda items, and we have submitted our response to those. Some we have agreed that we need to be a little bit more open, but some was about timing of meeting minutes. We then went into our priority project update, starting with the Rail Transit District. The dog park has gotten a $25,000 Stanton grant to help with the design and engineering, so that will be moving forward. UGC is before the Planning Board and the Zoning Board to do their permitting so that they can start their project, so things are starting to move on the Rail Transit District. Downtown, we are working with EverSource to finalize work to do the downtown undergrounding of utilities and then move the construction forward with that. Public safety and MINDESS, they're both in process of reviewing developers and contractors, and hopefully shovel will be in the ground for both of those projects, one in April and one a little bit later in the year. Warren District and Valentine Estate. Warren District, we're looking at CPC potentially to help with the funding of the rebuilding of the Warren barn that had to be demolished because it had basically fallen down. And the Valentine Estate, we will be getting one more update from the committee as we determine how to move forward with the Valentine Estate projects. Route 126 is moving forward. You'll see work going on. They're cutting down some trees. It'll be a 2 to 3 year project, and we will be having an update from the state in more detail, hopefully, on our next show. Town manager report, we heard from Ed Berman, who was at our meeting. We want to congratulate him on winning the Mary Mortensen Award that was awarded to him at the last Board of Health meeting. COVID, we are still working trying to get vaccines. Fiscal 22 budget, which believe it or not, is coming up soon. Michael has been working with Jim Adams to look at the school needs as well as the town needs, and we'll be hopefully bringing that forward. Definitely it will be at the spring town meeting. We wrapped up a little bit after 9:30 after various board reports, and that was the meeting for Wednesday, March 3rd. Thanks for watching the Select Board Update.